special eye to the catechumens who will be baptized at the Easter Vigil. The Church gives us 3 encounters with Jesus that are designed to shift our desires, to help us turn away from sin and follow Jesus, to help us desire life and light and the waters of life that would pour into our spirits. And in these 3 stories, the story of the woman at the well, the story of the man born blind, the story of Lazarus in his tomb, Jesus offers more than anyone knows how to ask for, right? Like, we know how to ask for our little things, but Jesus offers more than those he encounters ask. They very much want Martha very much wants her brother resuscitated. She wanted him not to die, for Jesus to heal him, but in lieu of healing, she would very much like him resuscitated. Jesus offers resurrection and new life. And in what we can understand, Lazarus taking off his bandages, God offers us more. That the man born blind wanted to see, but Jesus offered him and gave him the light of faith, the sight of things that so many people with perfectly good eyesight couldn't see or recognize. And we're offered that sight, that light, which is Jesus. And in today's story that we'll read as we find ourselves alongside the well with Jesus and this woman of Samaria, the well, a place of encounter, a place of love, that both Isaac and Jacob found their wives at the well. And we can't help but think back to the story of Jacob and Rachel as he pulls back the stone and waters her sheep, with the hope of catching her attention and getting an invitation to her home. And Jesus, in his own way, in this encounter, more gently than Jacob knew how to do, Jesus has an encounter with this woman that invites her to recognize how dry her spirit is, how dry her choices and pursuits and struggles and the sins committed against her and the complications of her life and the chaos of her surroundings and some of her own sinful choices, how all of that has left her dry and barren as the desert around them. But Jesus offers her living water. She gets very excited because she knows how to desire indoor plumbing. She knows how to desire a river that runs through her town. She knows how to desire water that doesn't require her to go to the cistern, to the well. But Jesus offers her more. And she receives a gift of water that wells up inside of her, of life, of love. And in that love, maybe the first love she's truly known in her life, she recognizes a gift and shares it with her neighbors. And it changes her whole life. These few minutes as she talks with Jesus by the well, and these few days that he spends in her town change her neighbors forever. And we're invited into that encounter with the Lord that might change our lives. We're invited to recognize the dryness. We're invited to open our hearts, our lives to that life-giving water that Jesus would pour out upon us in these days, if we would let him. As you consider this reflection today, please say a prayer for those who are to be baptized, that the waters of baptism don't just roll off of them, but rather soak deeply and give them a source from within of life-giving water, of eternal life that wells up in their spirits.